like 9.5 weeks, something like that. I'm really paying attention. But I figure it's time to do another YouTube video. So, pretty much not too much changing. It was funny because after last week I had been feeling shitty. I'd actually been having some bad days at the gym in terms of training legs. And this past week I just fucking killed it. I actually had a new volume PR hitting for 3 plates. Worked up to a single at 5 plates for my deadlift. Pulled it. It went up pretty quick, so it felt good. And I'm feeling really good about getting ready for my powerlifting meet coming up in April, which is like 2 weeks before my bodybuilding show. So training's been going really well. I'm only doing cardio 3 days a week, and my macros really still are pretty manageable. Still have room for Pop-Tarts pretty much every day I lift, and Eggo waffles, doing my chicken and waffles every night before bed. So I'm really enjoying that. Training today went real well. It was the first time in, I can't even remember how long, that I have actually put some 45s on the curl bar and done that with pretty reasonably good form. So I was really psyched about that. It's a big win considering that I had a continual bicep tendonitis issue throughout my entire prep for the last show that I did. Mentally, things were getting pretty, I'd say I was just getting worn down, as can happen. So I actually gave up a shift last night and I went out. Took the bike out, went out riding, and just sort of had some time to myself to get away from everybody else and just kind of relax, which was really nice. Don't get me wrong, I really love my time at the gym. Normally I put in my headphones and it's just me, which probably not the best for business or trying to bring in new clients. But it is the small amount of time I get that I kind of feel I get to myself. But that just wasn't cutting it, and I think in prep things, it's not quite the same for me mentally. So it's not the same kind of escape from my normal day-to-day. But that being said, my chest and bench is going just as good as it's ever been. So back to putting up 225 for sets of 3 and 4, which is about the strongest I've ever been on bench. I've never been a great bencher. So really, really happy with the way that things are going there. As for my conditioning, I would say that I feel I'm pretty close to where I was at for the last show, which, if you go by the Ultrasound body fat tester, was at about 5.3, 5.4%. Can't really remember which one. So, but at the same point, I am also averaging 8 pounds heavier. The lightest I was for this last show was 167, and the lightest I've weighed in at was a little like 174.4. So almost 8 pounds. So if I can come in leaner and heavier, yes, really, really happy to do that. I think that we've done more with the diet and less with cardio, which kind of makes life a little bit easier for me, but maybe that's where the difference is coming in at. Not quite sure. Other than that, it's the normal day-to-day. I think that it's easy to get caught up in the mix, and so it was really good to remember that we all need to take time to relax, that we all need to take time to ourselves to chill, because you can't do anything for anybody else if you're not in a good place yourself. So I think that was the big part of my week this week. I enjoyed going out riding on the bike so much. I actually took the bike to work for Paul today. I got a little bit of video that, obviously you already saw at the beginning. Just stopping off. Been thinking about getting a GoPro or something to actually get some video while I'm on the bike, because I'm not going to be on there with my phone. And then, hopefully try and do some other cool things with getting video and figuring things out, just because it is it can be a challenge to try and figure out interesting things to do to try and get video with the phone and just a stand. So no, hopefully that'll be something I look into here soon, and I can get something interesting, if not in the gym, at least in my free time, to sort of give you guys something other than me yapping in the car. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys get something out of it. Obviously, for my training, I just self-regulate, and that's pretty much how it always goes. Today was a little bit lower on volume and higher on intensity. It was a chest, biceps, and traps day, and actually traps was higher in volume, and then the other two were higher in intensity. So that's about it. Check in again in another 7 days, and we'll just see how it keeps going. All right.